Salutations, friends. It's a Monday, a lovely Monday, and we're playing some more Pyre. I'm pretty excited. I've really loved this game a lot. So last time when we were playing, let's get in here. We were joined by the lovely Daryl, but today we are not. Oh. What happened, huh? Oh, what do we have here? Oh, yeah. It didn't save after we beat the Beyond a Crystal thing. But, so yeah, the lovely Daryl was joining us last time on stream. Tonight, we will not have her. We'll not have them. Oh shit, there's a sword here? Sorry, I got distracted there. I am a little bit sick, so I'm a little bit, like, all over the place today, so I don't feel like this is gonna be a very long stream, but I will do my gosh darn daily best. So yeah, what do we have in here? So, oh, Panther. Right, okay. So yeah, we got this planner thing, and this was like who we're gonna beat to like push down and stuff. It's gonna be an interesting ordeal to see how many times it takes to liberate everybody, because there's a lot of this game left, because I think we have to liberate everybody in the team, but I'm unsure. But let's start off. We missed a few pages here. Holy shit, we missed a lot of pages. Okay. Okay, we were there, and now we are in the 8 Scribes. The 8 Scribes. We found each of the other in due time, by fate, not by coincidence. The wise Lissum, oh god, it's all their names, and I don't know how to fucking say any of them, stood among the trees, gazing at the stars, expecting us. The wild witch was so enthralled by my liege's utter transformation, she stayed her sorceries. Blessborn swooped down. I'm skipping the names, I'm sorry. Swooped down upon us, but to warn of imminent attack. The many-maned thus intervened and shared with us his humor and his hunt. Even the Under King Ores, himself, sought out an audience with us. Thus we became the 8 and journeyed on together. Interesting. So yeah, I guess this is like the story of the 8 Scribes and how they came to be, which is quite interesting. And I don't know what these ones are. The words of the many-maned. Cool. Oh, well, I like it when you like go over it. It's all like glittery and stuff. All right. The words of the many-maned, the Alpha Chief. So this is the cur, the little dog people god. Once I too roamed free. I remember well those days in which I was called Chief. I traveled all the world over my 4 good paws, and I was well adored. I wanted to grow stronger. Here at last I have. I shall not mince my words. This place shall either harden you or kill you. It shall haunt you with old memories. You share the exile's plight. My charge is to alleviate the sting of it to you a little bit, and to prolong your stay, but only for as long as needed. Your charge is to return. We call this place the downside for a reason, but it seems you can learn to eat, to seek out shelter, and find a certain beauty in unlikely places. Okay, so this is the witch of the, like, swamp witches? Swamp something? Bog witches? Okay. Years upon long years we spent distilling life essence from many things, which all once withered under the auspice of their morality, which we ourselves cut short. In this we have no regrets, for we have learned much, and so we think they. We earned the title of witch, and were forced to flee into the downside. Here where we encountered Solomon Merv, and soon we gained an understanding of each other. He bade us circumcive these lands and catalog our findings. We felt a strong desire to expose those secrets of this land. He wished to yield the benefit for those who followed in his wake. Indulge us both, then. So I guess we're gonna get these depending on who we fight. So we got the sapling, the saps. The scholar. Celestial landmarks. Do you feel the kingship with the stars? You owe your everything to them, and perhaps one day even your freedom. I chased the stars across the river of my genealogy until they led me here. Genealogy. I demanded they explain to me the paradox of knowledge, for this, how is something that can be shared but still contained within ourselves in its entirety? The stars did not respond, but yet set me on a quest. I sought the 9 landmarks which they revealed to me. To someday I would reveal the mysteries to you. These landmarks, emissaries of the stars, are 9 lenses through which we see this land and ourselves in a new light. I'm guessing the landmarks are all the places where those big things fell, maybe? That the little imp guy? How boo? At first I found it too difficult to read, much less write, even grasp the quill, but the horned one, Myrrh, implored me. He said this was the greatest gift he could give me in return. In return for what, I asked? In return for his life, he said. But I did not save your life, I said. You did, he said. We've fought about this still. Myrrh is stubborn more than I. Now, Hetherin, by his leave, I chronicle the 9 fugitives, for I am of this land, unlike the rest who wish to leave. We knew not everyone could leave who wanted. Selman would the opportunity arise. Thus did we organize those striving for the chance into 9 sets of 3. Oh. Oh god, there is a shit ton of these. I don't know if I'm gonna read all of them right now. Yeah, I think I'll skip these for now. If you want to check this out, play the game. Well, let us continue on our journey then, shall we? Off we go. Something but the strange island you see below draws your attention. Best avert your gaze from the Isle of Camir. Even the scribes themselves thought to avoid this place. Let's fly on. Okay. So where do we want? Small clearing, Cinderfoot. who did we go with last time? I think we went with her, so let's go with Faye this time. Yeah. Hit me. There we go. Black Basin. Your wagon touches down in Black Basin, where you first met Wilfred and Pamitha as well. You briefly wonder what might have happened had your paths not crossed, as you considered what to do with the remains of the afternoon. Anybody in here? Anybody in here? No. Alright. You and Faye wander together for a while through the leaves and the branches in the needle field, sometimes in circles. What exactly she is looking for, she cannot explain. Eventually, however, she happens on something that never caught your notice. Look at this! Look at this, miss! The scribes, they walked this very path. I think they did, and they left this here for us. The object she procures does seem to emanate with some sort of faint and ancient power. A wisdom trace. Oh, Jesus. It's just like a whole bunch of EXP. That's cool. Hey, Faye, what's up? Faye seems to be talking to the Black Wagon's walls again, though this time something seems to have come over her. Little brother, what is wrong with me? What is wrong with me? What is wrong with me? You're unsure whether to check on her or leave her be. Let's check if she's okay. Though Faye is clearly capable of surviving on her own, you do worry for her, and in this case, make an attempt to reach out to her. Oh, hi, miss. I didn't think you saw. I don't think I saw you there. I just, my little brother here and we were just talking for a little while. Well, I was the one doing the talking. Why, my little brother, he's just a wagon wall, so he can't respond. He can't respond, but he can listen, and listens really well. Now, I'd like to get back to my conversation with him, if you don't mind. And you're welcome to stay, though, if you like. Seems Faye is doing alright after all. Keep listening. You decide to take up Faye on her invitation to keep listening to her conversation with the wagon wall, her little brother, as she calls it. Anyways, what I was saying. Oh, I remember. It's just that they always said that there was something wrong with me, but they wouldn't really tell me what. They just said I was moon touched, but so what? So then the scribes, they called me here. They're the ones who brought me here, not those people. They were so cruel. They were always so cruel. I didn't have a little brother at the time. No one would really recall. None that I would really recall, really. Although so much of it is back then. I can't tell much of it I dreamt. Most of it. I didn't want it to be true. But I remember that they threw me out. They decided that they would throw me out and then let the scribes take care of me. They said the scribes would take care of me. So it was very quiet here, and I was all alone again. Although I think I liked it more being alone down here than being alone back there. Everybody's alone down here, so it makes me feel less alone somehow. Back there, why, I would sometimes see families and brothers, sisters, mothers, fathers, but here, there's hardly anyone at all. but I knew that I was closer to the scribes. I knew that they were in the sky above, and I did search for them up there, you know? And then one night I found them. I saw the stars and they were falling to the ground, and I thought, why is the scribes themselves are crying? And they're sad, and maybe they're sad for me? Well, that was when I first saw you, little brother. With your help, I could get closer to the scribes. That way, maybe they could answer all my questions, don't you think? But I'm so very glad I found you and the others. I'm finally not alone. And more importantly, I think sometimes I even feel better that way, that I'm not alone. Maybe as we get closer, maybe I will get to feel that way more often, being here or being anywhere with you and all my friends. She falls silent, though you were concerned for her at first. You sense that now she is at peace. She wanders off, faintly smiling. You sense you have a better understanding of her now. Poor Faye. So I guess she was probably abandoned by her family, being moon touched, which I'm assuming is like a disability. And there was no real motive to that. And she's only been here for 2 years, so at least there's that. But let us continue on, shall we? To the glade of blue. Oh, what the fuck is that? Is it a little imp thing? Yeah, it is. Okay. Here in the gnarled roots of the Black Basin, you encounter a messenger imp, come to deliver news and rumors from the other side. The news this time pertains Joradel, you liberated at the falls. You learned Joradel's past transgressions have all been forgiven. She soon was reinstated on the blood border. Okay. On the presumption that she wanted her old status back. In fact, she was offered an especially prestigious leadership position in the First Veil, which is the elite blood border platoon. Ooh. For demons such as she could not be seen on the streets. But she refused the gesture, rather bluntly, the report suggests. Instead, she sought Wilfred's agents, as well as several of her former fostered sons and daughters. Wait, she had okay. Anyways. And so, the ranks of the revolution grow stronger. The last part of the messenger imp's news must have been damaged in transit, though it appears to be Joradel's own words. All you can tell that it says is await. You thank the messenger imp for relaying the information. Your companions are excited to discuss the news. Do you think she still has her horns, now that she's back up there? Ah, you gotta give it to Jordy. I knew it had it in ya. There's nothing she can't handle. I miss her bad sometimes, but I'm glad to see that she's alright. Wonder what the rest of her message said. Tizzo is fired up about the news. Screehee. She is an inspiration to us all. Over to this night, she is at least. The news of Joradel's liberation fills you and your fellow exiles with newfound resolve. You get some hope and wish Jordell luck. So now the question is, does this guy move around or is there multiple of him? Sorry, just had a sneeze. What is this? Burning Province. Promise. Make some money. I still kind of want this guy. The lunar glass makes you move faster when you have it. See ya later, Falcon. Let's fix up some of our trinkets, shall we? These are really good for like the little guys, I personally feel like. Let us commence this right. I think we're going against the dissonants? I can't remember what they were, but they're like the other core that have it out for Ruki. As the sky grows dark over the glade of blue, a hush falls over your companions, especially Ruki. You sense something is troubling him. Something to do with your next adversaries. Hey, sister. Just want to let you know I'm pumped up and ready to take on the dissonants this time. Yep, sure am. All right. That Parker, he's not that scary once you get to know him. Know him like I do, you know? So don't worry about it. Because, I won't be going easy on him after last time. As Ruki marches towards the clearing, you notice his grin fade away. In the distance, you hear the dissonants begin hooting and howling. Hit that rock.
The stars align, you exiles of the Night Wings. You're returned once more unto the glade of Liu. The triumvirate you stand against shall be the dissidents. Reduce their pyre to a smolder and step closer to freedom. Now prepare yourselves.
Oh, mates, look what we got here. Greentail, is that you? Yeah, Barker, it's me, alright. Well, I'll be. So, tell me something again, Greentail. Gonna go against me this time, or are you gonna keep being a stinking coward like before, huh? Oh, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Wait. He says he wants to fight. If you can beat him, if you can beat him, maybe he'll leave us alone. Then leave the Greentails alone. Ooh, Rookie's family. Ooh, oh, his mother. Oh, he has a big family. I can make it worth his while. Barker. What is it, mate? Yeah, you're right. It's about to start. Well, I was just thinking. I know I owe you and everything, but I got a deal for ya. So, you like a good deal, don't ya? I like a good deal. I like a good laugh's more like it, but I'll bite, Greentail. What's your fancy here? I was thinking, if I can beat you here, we're squared away. You let me off the hook. I see. What? Tell me something, mate. Now, why in stinking world would I want to do something like that? What is it for me if I beat you instead? Then I'll pay you double. I owe you. I promise. But you have to promise too. Curzolf. Oh, really? Double or nothing then, is it, eh? You drive a hard bargain there, mate, but it's alright. It's a deal. You beat me in my pack right there, right now, and you'll be debt-free as far as I'm concerned. Of course, if you don't, you'll be fleeting you all for what you're worth, you and your stupid uncles and the dear old mum of yours. See ya, shorty, then. Rookie turns to you. So this one means a lot to me. You understand there, sister? Let me go up against these guys and I'll make Wu show them up, okay? Alright, Rookie.
Who shall conduct the rites?
So what do these guys got? Well, they all have names. It's just a big group of curs. That's cool. Alright then.
Rookie.
Rookie. Headwind. Headwind, yeah, I guess so. Oh. Now let's switch. What is Pamitha wearing right now? Oh, I guess I can't change. You're getting this guy now.
Edwin. It is done.
Alright, Rookie. Let's give them everything we got. Alright then, Greentail, bring it on, or it's your old dear mums who's gonna pay. Oh boy.
Now begin. Barker banished. Somebody get the orb.
Oop, I clicked outside of the screen.
Woe is you. Your adversary's Pyre is the first to falter.
Good job!
The orb is up. Exactly by the book.
Good job, rookie! Jumping right in.
Good.
Damn!
Her wings have served her true.
Good job! The flying ones are real nice. What's the matter, Greentail? Me thinks you're a little nervous to get your paws out there. Shut up already, Rookie. Or shut up already, Barker. Let's get on with it. What's that you say, huh? Oh god, I'm mixing her voices up. What's that you say, huh? You think you can talk back like that to me, Greentail? You heard me, Barker. Stay out of my damn way. Or what, mate? Or I'll sink these nervous little teeth in your neck, old chum.
That foolish Barker was a menace to the Commonwealth and is a blight upon the Rites. Their Pyre sputters.
Good job, Rookie. Oh,
Almost.
I charged right into her. Ooh, shit.
Your flames grow weak.
Just by one, you sucker. Okay.
The flames of freedom.
Almost there. We just gotta jump it in with the last one.
What's more like that and we are finished here.
Oh. What? I was right at the end there.
And it is done.
And it is
The
done.
Nightwings prevail yet again. Their hapless adversaries stood no chance. Thus end this night's proceedings.
Woohoo! We did it! We got him! Greentail, you! You got us fair and square, mate. As fair as squares and stuff gets, right? So my family? You'll leave us alone? You said you'd leave them alone. Ease off there, Greentail. A deal's a deal. Now then, me and my pack better set up for when we see you and mates again. I'll be looking forward to it. Rookie watches him depart, then turns to you and his expression softens. Don't know what to tell you, sister, other than I really owe you one.
There is much to learn from this experience.
No matter what anyone says, I refuse to think there's some sort of limit to one's understanding of all this.
If only wings could speed us on toward greater understanding. Until the next rite.
Nice, nice. I think maybe we can do one more if there's not a lot of talking. After the Nightwings thwarted the distance in a rather one-sided contest, you return to the wagon to recover and plan your next move. The time has come to search the stars again and determine where the rite shall take you next. The stars shine for you, revealing various paths forward. Oh, I want to see the planner. Let's see. Who do we want to fight? The Chastity, maybe? I honest to God really don't want to fight the Fate and the Last Wipe, because that means I'd be denying them their freedom. And these guys are actually okay. Like, they're okay people, and I feel really bad. So yeah, maybe we'll fight the Chastity, if that's an option. It is. Your next adversaries are to be the Chastity, headed by the M-Manly Tindersnap. They would prevail in the rites not for their freedom, but for fame and fortune in your commonwealth. You and the lone minstrel go over what he knows of your next adversary. H. Manley, an offspring of a semi-famous sap industrialist. He was born into wealth and lived in the lap of luxury, never having to fend for himself. When he came of age, he soon was offered a cushy ambassador position that required a little more than a silver tongue to convince the Commonwealth that he was keeping busy. He soon grew so proficient at doing nothing much at all, he started spending all his family riches to assert his fame and status. One day, he attempted to pay off the wrong individual, a particularly stern Commonwealth diplomat who promptly turned him in and had him sent down river. Mainly was very disappointed in all this, but he soon saw an opportunity. For he knew well that, in inner circles, there were those who were gone into exile and then returned. Thanks to his connection, he tracked down the chastity deep in the walking wood. He dangled his way into the triumphant, using his well-worn skills. He, in turn, convinced himself that he would earn a position of great influence once he secured his way back home. He continued making hollow promises. It's a shame that this manly and the chastity are nothing like the scribe's loose Soren, and do not share his values. Now, it seems we rested, reader, given all today's troubles. You bid the lone minstrel good night and take your leave. It is too late now to prepare for the flights. You take advantage. You arrange to depart the first thing in the morning. Ruki, what's up? You approach Ruki. You sense none of his usual anxious energy. I'm free. He then rushes up to you. A return to form. I mean, you know, I'm stuck down here with all the rest of you. It's just that, I finally got to set aside a big bag of rocks I've been carrying around. You know what I mean? Wanted to say thanks for that, sister. For giving me a hand back there with that little situation I had myself in with Barker. Don't think I would have had it in me to stand up to him unless I knew you and the others had my back. And now at least old Mama Greentail won't get in any trouble from him on the other side. She's still waiting for her Rookie boy to come home, but at least she won't be getting any hassled by a bunch of nasty curs just because I struck a lousy deal. Yeah, so sister, if you ever need something, I owe you one, and then some. Cur's oath. He prances out of the wagon, a newfound lightness in his step. Oh, we got +2 hope permanently. Fuck, nice. Good job, Rookie. You fixed that problem. Oh. It turns the entire cabin all red. That's fun. Whoop. Whoop. Oh, I was just clicking on it and then, oh, that's funny. Pamela notices you with her bottle of moonshine. Drink up by all means, darling. Nice to find a girl after my own heart. She moves in closer then lowers her voice. Let me tell you a little secret about that bottle there. It's enchanted. Never runs dry, ever. Believe me, if it could, I would have known by now. Apparently some spurtin' old bog crone that once tried to make a never-ending poison, but ended up failing utterly until she threw it away all her life's work in disgust. I fetched it for a good price. Decided to take a swig of it one day when I hunted for Tamitha. When things weren't going quite as well as they were for me as they are now, you understand. Turns out this stuff is pretty good, considering it for sharing, darling. Just Everything in moderation, and so on. She takes a drink herself, and then she brushes by you. Oh, that's really funny. I didn't realize it's just like an infinitely never-ending drink of moonshine. That's... I was just fooling around with it. That's so funny. Now I have to like click everything. But yeah. Let's see if we can get to another one and then maybe end it there. Off we go, friends. Into the air as we soar right through. I really like seeing the other wagons and stuff. You soar above the waters of Worm Gulf, and you notice Sir Groven slide up to you very slowly. We are very, very, very high above these waters. If this knight is not mistaken, this knight's brethren look beneath the surface there in numbers untold. Fortunately, if we were come crashing down to the surface now, then this knight, why, he would would receive a watery burial as a custom of his kind. Oh boy. The forbidding carbon of Habu lies below. Not many exiles see fit to cross beyond it. Some fear that their listless remains of the Shack's six shoulders shall snatch them up if they attempt to cross. Others simply do not want to pass through the flagging hands. Few know that its true significance as we do, although your adversaries, the Chastity, should be on their way now. Soon you shall confront them once again. Alright, friend, we shall land then. You touch down in the heart of Jormur Valley, where first you face the Fate in the Dissidents. You briefly wonder where they might be now, you farer. Well, we just beat the distance, so you have little time before you set forth by the land. No one seems to be much inclined to explore the blistering inversions here, except for Faye, who is more upbeat than usual. A sacred bath in mud cleansed the mind, at least. I think it does, but come look. She draws you by the hand towards one of the muddy pits and jumps right in, laughing. At first you're put off, but her joys are infectious. Soon you are in better spirits, as she. You return together to the wagon, where you find yourself with some time and motivation. Nice, good job, Faye. We're gonna make some presents. Faye is inside. Faye seems to be speaking to herself again. She is unaware for your presence, or shows no sign of it at least. Mercy, freedom, they're all intertwined. Mercy shall engender union among all our different kind. Mercy shall engender The union among our different. She repeats herself like a million times. Oh, that's okay. She is reciting passages from the Book of Rites, though to your knowledge, she cannot read. Freedom to the worthy and the downside. The downside cannot let us all go free, thus freedom to the worthy. Is that not so, O Saint Teresa? Who is this one? The Blessed Born. Oh, I guess this is her, like... No, wait, no, this is the harp. Maybe, I don't know. Is that not the conclusion which you formed with your 7 most trusted friends? She pauses for a while, as though listening, and nods her head from time to time. Yes, I see. I see. Well, I'm ever grateful for you, Saint Teresa, for your guidance and your presence. And I wish all of your friends safe passage there among the stars. It must be very beautiful out there. With your wings you can fly freely, can't you see? You can visit me any time and come and go as you please from the stars. All the way here? You don't need a pair of wings in order to be free. I know. And yet, sometimes I wish I was like you, or Miss Pamatha. But I know I'm the way I am because I was meant to be this way. And I know that you're always watching, so thank you, Saint. Thank you and all your friends. She wanders out into the afternoon, leaving you there to consider her words. In the Commonwealth, her unwavering faith in the 8 scribes would have been seen as a delusion. Such prayer and communion was forbidden. The scribes were mythical figures, but then they were worshipped. But even they worshipped the stars, and it was the stars that lightened the way to the founders of the Commonwealth. Or it's so the leaders taught. Oh, what's this one? We're just piling up like the little trinkets we're getting here. Well, I guess we're gonna fight these guys. So we got 2 fights in one stream, which is pretty good for us, considering. Got some stuff to make us feel better, I guess. You know, a little something something. Everything is prepared, and the night is just beginning to take hold above the stark badlands of the Kabinahabu, when Wolfred gets your attention. Breeder, I suppose you might remember our first meeting with that manly Tindersnaff. He would be mortified, of course, if you forgot. I would say that he is an embarrassment to my kind, but unfortunately, I've known many others like him. We are a discontented people, I suppose. Anyways, when I last saw him, you might recall that I avoided him. We are not good acquaintances or anything, but he knows enough people in high places that he could be harmful to our plan, should he know my involvement, and so Wolfred dons his ritual mask. I shall have to be discreet here, as I am with the Nightwings once again. I can no longer hide from him outright. Perhaps, though, he shall take me for another common sap. Anyhow, it seems like we have a rite to conduct. Oh boy. Oh, the skies look pretty crazy right now. Something else catches your notice in the sky this time. Strange new stars shimmering about. The ones you recognize. The greater titans have returned. Some of them merely in spirit. Not in form, but those dark stars are a pretentious sign. Though they may light our way, beware of the path which they illuminate, reader.
Behold, the Titan stars.
Ah, I see, I see. It is like in their other games where we can take negative debuffs to us to make our progress on our characters faster. I think I shall stay with the ones I have, because I do not think I am ready to use any of these.
The Titan stars. Burning remnants of monstrosities felled by the scribes themselves. Who could stand against them in their fury? You are wise to have resisted their seductions, reader. Best focus on your adversaries, keen as they are to confront you once again. Put out their pyre first, and show them the glory of the Night Wings. Now then, make ready for the rite!
For the rite. My, what do we have here? Why, the Nightwings! Come to grace us again with their presence? You think that they can simply cut us down like last time, is that it? You sense Wolfred reaching out for you. Reader, let us indulge him for some time. Perhaps he can reveal something that we can use to provide his disincentive for his meddling. Just let him keep talking. I shall attempt to remain hidden. And my, the color of those remnants, I mean, they're rather gaudy in this light. I have to say, though, I mean no offense of this, of course. So, do you suppose the rites are going to commence soon? As much as I enjoy the chats like this, I do have to get it going soon. Oh, you must know why. I'm expecting an important message from the other side, no less. Calm dawn. I hear something is brewing up there, some sort of unrest. Oh yes, it's a very important message, sent all the way by one of those imp couriers, and I must say, those little things, their services are certainly not cheap. Though I'm sure that I could get a good deal on their services, if you wish. Perhaps to, contact a loved one back home? All I ask, of course, is that you stand aside and let the chastities prevail. As well we ought, for I have a date with Destiny not long from now upon the Ball of Solomon. Continues talking for some time until, at last, the rite is set to start. Oh ho ho! My! Look at the wonderful assembly of the rite of exiles come from different corners, Such a colorful resume the Nightwings have. You know, I heard most preposterous rumor that you are harboring a very, especially notorious criminal. One who had designs upon the Commonwealth itself. He looks right at Wolfred. But I could not imagine such outlandish tales could it possibly be true. Anyhow, so I would like to meet everyone here. Hello, good night, Wings. I am H. Manly Tindusna. And truly, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Manly has intruded on your privacy. Instead, you're choosing, when you choose your guys. He could not be any less welcome. He seems to be searching for someone in your ranks. You suggest to Manly that perhaps he ought to check on his own druids, a key prior moment to the right. Oh, why? Yes, of course, of course. I was just taking the opportunity to bid you all salutations, for I so enjoy getting to meet my fellow exiles face to face like this. Yes, there's rules against this type of thing, but who's counting, am I right? I'm sure the scribes won't mind if they were here. Anyways, now that I mention, I ought to go check up on my wonderful colleagues. See you shortly, and good luck. Manly leaves at last, leaving you to focus on the rites again.
Who shall conduct the rite?
God, you're such an asshole. I hate you. Oh wait, what else are the other people? Alright.
Faye! Tizo.
Shall we just be quick, I suppose? Maybe we shall.
Sir Gilman, the choice is cast.
This knight has such appreciation for his foes with silver tongues. They're among his favorite, kind to vanquish.
What a kind of Fridays day.
Oh, are you ready, quite O Night Wings? I doubt you are. Because my colleagues of the chassis and I, we have a trick or two that thinks you shall take up the surprise. Just watch. Alright.
Begin. Oh. The first dousing.
Good job, Grillman.
Quite an exchange. Their flame has died a little.
Just a little.
Your exiles all are banished, I'm afraid. The fires wane. Out with you all. Splendid.
A splendid.
Banished, all of them. Glory!
Glory.
Quite the close call there, no?
Messed that one up.
Now, take it! Pathetic.
Ugh, goddamn.
Shame.
Don't shame me. Oh, how very charming this display. But quit it now. Let old Manly put an end to all this before you make a terrible mistake.
Your pyre sputters.
What the fuck? Oh, that was... I forgot Faye can't do
Your
that.
adversary's pyre now burns brighter than your own. Unfortunate for the chastity. Beauteous. Let's see you Nightwings keep this up. 'Tis taken. Sir Gilman plunges into the fire.
Good job, Gilman.
Now end the ceremony.
Whoops-a-daisy.
The flame is stricken.
Okay, no more playing.
You left yourselves wide
Oh,
open.
shit! Okay.
Oh, you poor thing. Banished, one and all. To each his own. Deliverance.
I might have to reload this one if I fail.
Extinguish now their pyre. And it is done.
Oh god, that was
The
close.
Nightwings prevail.
Just
Or you
barely.
could say they managed to avoid defeat.
You were correct. We just managed that. We were at
The
5.
rite is complete.
My word! How could any of this happen to me? You deceitful, ignorant, utter, uncouth pack of fools! Have you any idea what you've done? Fulfred watches this outburst in silence. Keep spouting off like that, Manly, and you shall receive what all we need to know. You harbor such fear within your heart. There, don't you? Coming from the autocracy and now exile, how they must speak of you. What would they think of you if you don't get out, or even if you do? Fulfred remains silent, studying his adversary. There, I see now. Then Fulfred recedes into the shadows. What? My head? Who?
Sitting on top of that.
Oh, I believe there must be some mistake. I have to go. Ta-ta. Fine evening to you now. Is a pleasure, generally so. Manly stumbles out away in stubborn. And there he goes, lifted from a certain burden. I lifted certain burdens from him for a time. A bit of mercy for his sake, for my people's sake. As well as it should ensure that he has no lasting memory of our last encounter here. No running into me. Now, let us be off before he catches up with us again.
The rites do tend to teach something of trust. Until the stars align.
Back in the wagon after defeating the Chastity, in spite of almost having lost, you are about to join the others to discuss the outcome of when Volfred finds you.
brothers.
Good work there, my girl, though I'm afraid I must pull you away from any reverie, for there is something you should see. Please join me outside. Go forth, the golden star reveals itself to us once more. Indeed. Somewhere deep in the infinite darkness, a single star shines brighter than the rest. Oh, are we getting to the liberation? As we are. As we are. So it looks like we're gonna be fighting the birds. And from what I know, they were quite difficult last time. The rites are calling to you again at the Fall of Solomon, where one among you may be free to go, should you prevail. It is as we discussed. The cycle of the rites is beginning to turn more quickly. Perhaps the scribes themselves have taken notice. Fortunately, having more frequent opportunities to free ourselves is not unwelcome under our plan. I suppose it is good for everyone, including the Essence, who are our next opponents. Getting to Mount Adalil ought to be easier than before, at least. We should be able to make landing near some of the old monuments to the scribes. Let us set forth. Soon everyone is off to rest as best they are able, knowing that another chance at liberty for one of them is soon to present itself. Tizzo, what's up, friend? You find Tizzo there in the black wagon looking rather despondent than usual. When you attempt to reach out to him, he barely acknowledges you. Crew. Tizzo indicates that he wishes to be left alone right now. You almost run into Faye as you turn to leave.
Oh, I'm sorry, miss. I was just wanting to come and check on little Tizzo there. I think maybe he's taken ill or something?
On further inspection, it occurs to you that Faye is perhaps not off the mark and that Tizzo is unwell for some reason.
Come on, Tizzo. You're gonna be alright. You might be the smallest one of us, but I think you're the toughest. Though Miss Jordo was one of the toughest one of all, wasn't she? I miss her so much sometimes.
Creaky. Tizzo appreciates the kind words, but still wishes to be left alone.
Oh, don't be silly, Tizzo. You know, I won't be doing that, you know?
Faye turns to you for a moment, lowering her voice.
Miss, do you think that Tizzo... I think Tizzo would like a little privacy if you don't mind. Though, I don't mean to be rude. It's just, Tizzo, I told him not to eat something. There was this, well, I think it was a mushroom maybe? Growing on the corner over there. So I see Tizzo stuffing it in, and he's always hungry. As usual, I try to feed him, but this time I told him no. Because I know my mushrooms and whatever that was. I think it was a mushroom, but it wasn't one, I know. Well, Tizzo ate it anyway.
Oh, poor Tizzo. I think he ate something bad.
So, anyway, I think he's going to be, a little cut up, I guess, for the moment, maybe? Because, when I ate things I thought were mushrooms around here, I coughed them up as well. They made me rather sick, kind of like Tizzle over there. I hope that I'm not being too, inappropriate, because it's not polite, maybe? Come to think of it, Tizzle, why don't we go outside? Because then, I won't have to clean up after you, like last time when you ate something I said maybe you shouldn't, remember?
Tizzle indicates remembers full well, regrets not heeding phase food-related counsel.
Oh, don't worry, silly. If you take an ill, then I think you're gonna be fine once you have a little walk outside with me, because you're very tough.
Tizzle begins to look better already. Look at those big old eyes.
You're my best friend, Tizzle. I won't let anything happen to you, or at least I'll try, okay? I don't think anyone would stop you from eating things, though.
She then snatches Tizzle up in her arms and whisks him out of the wagon with her. You hear her call back to you over your shoulder.
Bye, miss. I'll make sure Tizzle's alright, okay? I promise.
Although the prospect of Faye administering medical assistance normally would give you a pause, Tizzle seems to accompany her willingly enough. The two have shared a rather close bond since Faye first made contact with the group. For someone like her who has lived alone for so long, friendship must be vital. And as for Tizzle, he must be impressed that a non-native in the Nine Sides seems to know her way around food safety even better than he. Now I'm gonna feel kind of bad because I wanted to get Tizzle out next. Because I'm not really good with playing Tizzle and I kind of just want him out of the team, maybe? We're getting... I love these trinkets, TPH. Oh, but, my friends, I believe that we are going to be continuing on to a liberation, I suppose. As it be, I think we shall see what happens next time. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Good night.